Hello, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Halftime. Norando Brown, your host. And today I'll be discussing the upcoming UEFA Champions League games. But before we go any further, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And if you have any questions or queries, anything that you need us to shed light on, please leave it in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to discuss that. The first game I'll be discussing in this round of the UEFA Champions League is Atalanta PSG. Now PSG, they've been touted as the next big thing. They've been spending a whole lot these past few years as well, but yet we have been getting little returns. Is it something with the manager? Is it something with the players? We're yet to decipher that. And the more we see them in European competition, we realize that they're a bully in the French league because they aren't posed with much competition. Now, having said that, I think going into this game against Atalanta, they are by far the favorites. They have Neymar. Mbappe, I think, will be on the bench. But regardless of this, a hard-working Atalanta team has what it takes to defeat a PSG team. Now, former player Thomas Meunier lamented in an interview with Score FC earlier this week that while he was at PSG was all partying, and we know it's Paris, in the capital, they love to party, and nothing is wrong with that. But as a professional player, you're expected to live by certain standards, and there are certain things that you have to put a cap on oftentimes. Neymar has been having extravagant parties, but because of the caliber of the league that they're playing in, they're allowed to do these things and they're not punished. They're not punished because their opponents aren't up to the quality of those in their squad. Will Atalanta be causing an upset? I don't know. But what I can tell you is they have what it takes, and if we're to go by statistics, PSG has never won to Italian opponents. They've drawn 4 times and lost twice. But and comes to the Champions League, and I'm expecting something different this season. They're touted as favorites to go all the way. Whether I'm fully convinced, I don't think so. They acquired the services of Mauro Icardi. Mbappe, I don't think he's fully fit for a full 90 minutes. However, if he is to play, he will be coming from the bench, or he'll be starting and then coming off because he's not fully fit for an entire game. Now, regardless of all of that, I think PSG has what it takes to progress, and going into this, they're heavy favorites, as I mentioned before, and I expect them to move on to the next round. The next game that I'll be discussing is RB Leipzig against Atletico Madrid. Now, Atletico Madrid recently disclosed that Vrsaljko, the Croatian player, as well as Correa, both tested positive for COVID-19. As a result, these players won't be traveling with the team, but the rest of the squad is fully fit and available. Leipzig lost one of their best players in Timo Werner, and they will be wishing they had his services to cut open a rock-solid Atletico Madrid defense. Now, Diego Simeone, he's been known for his defensive prowess and his ability to organize. We saw him against one of the best attacking teams in Europe when they played against Liverpool in the previous round. And I think if they are able to get past Liverpool, I don't see who they won't be able to get past, albeit it was a rather lucky night for them. Had it not been for exceptional goalkeeping and airtight defense, they would have lost that game by maybe 5 or 6 goals. Madrid to win that one. I think Leipzig is a good team. They lack experience, and as a result, they won't progress from this one. That's my opinion. The next game that I'll be discussing is Manchester City versus Lyon. Now, will Lyon be the Grim Reaper this season? They already knocked out Cristiano Ronaldo and Juventus, and it was a shock to many. But tell you something, Manchester City will be going into this one heavy favorites against a French outfit in Lyon. But as we saw last season, Lyon is capable of an upset. They won the group stage game against Manchester City last season 2-1, and it's no surprise because this is the Champions League, and we've grown to understand that that's how it is, especially in knockout competitions. Favorites don't usually progress, and statistics mean little or nothing when it comes to crunch time. Lyon, they tend to play really good football. They have good players in their realms as well. But Manchester City, they have the X factor in Kevin De Bruyne. They have great mids, and they have a really, really wonderful goalkeeper who ties in to the way they play. Kyle Walker, it's the best I've seen him in a number of years, and Raheem Sterling, he is arguably one of the best players in the world at this moment. Pep Guardiola, he is vying for the big one this season, because since he's gotten to Manchester City, he hasn't progressed past the semi-final round, and it's rather intriguing because everything that Manchester City has won since Pep Guardiola's arrival, they've been winning it before him, and I don't hear a lot of noise in England surrounding his credentials and his ability as a manager. So I'm keeping a close eye on that one. Whether Leon will be the Grim Reaper of the Giants this year, it's yet to be seen, because we saw what they did against Juventus, which ultimately cost them a spot in the Champions League quarterfinal and also cost their manager his job. Will it be a repeat over at Manchester City? I don't think so. I think the project that Pep Guardiola has built there, the owners of the club bought into his philosophy and they believe in him as a manager. So Pep Guardiola, he has a point to prove, having lost the English League title to Liverpool, who had a phenomenal season. I think this is the one that Manchester City needs, and this is the one that will stamp Pep Guardiola's class as one of the greatest managers of our era. He went to Bayern Munich and he didn't win it there, and he was questioned about his ability. Can he win it without Lionel Messi? We're yet to see it, and we're hoping this will be the season that Manchester City goes all the way. So in this game, Manchester City to progress at the expense of Memphis Depay and his Lyon counterparts. Far we have Atletico Madrid to progress, PSG to progress, albeit a tough challenge coming in from Atalanta. We have Manchester City, the noisy neighbours, and the only English team remaining in the competition to move on to the semi-final round of fixtures. Finally, the big one, the one everyone will be paying attention to, the one that we are all anticipating, Bayern Munich versus Barcelona. Now, these two teams, they've been to 18 quarter-final games in 23 and 24 tries, respectively. Now, this is more than any other team across Europe, and it's quite an admirable feat, because getting to the quarter-final of the Champions League every season, it shows some level of consistency, and especially in the case of Barcelona, where they've been to every quarter-final round of the UEFA Champions League since the 2007-2008 season. Now that is 13 in a row, and that's quite commendable. But then again, nothing is out of the realm of the little magician, and they have Lionel Messi in their midst. So anything is possible when you have the little magician and one of the greatest players to ever grace a sport playing for your team. So Barcelona, they have the X factor in Lionel Messi, but Lionel Messi will need a supporting cast going up against a Bayern Munich team that has been extremely resolute and has won a run of 18 consecutive games, scoring 59 goals plus. All right, so Robert Lewandowski, he's on top of his game, as I lamented in my preview to the Chelsea game, and I expect nothing less. I don't think there is a defender in that Barcelona team that will be able to keep him quiet. That's my opinion. And likewise, I don't think there's a defender in Bayern Munich's team to keep Lionel Messi from doing his thing. But nonetheless, as I said, it's a supporting cast that will be winning this game rather than individualism. And in Barcelona's team, it's more reliance on Lionel Messi, whereas in Bayern Munich's team, the winner can come from anywhere. We have Thomas Muller, we have Serge Gnabry, we have Alphonso Davies. We have a lot of players who are at the top of their game. We have Perisic, we have Tolisso, who scored a goal against Chelsea. And these are all world-class players. They're capable of coming up trumps. And I know that the Bundesliga isn't the strongest league there is, but Bayern Munich constantly shows when they come to the European stage that they are one of the powerhouses of the UEFA Champions League, and they should be taken seriously. I have Bayern Munich to progress from this round of fixture and ultimately go on to lift the big one. Thanks for tuning in to Halftime. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have anything you want us to discuss, please leave it in the comment section. You can follow us on Instagram at Halftime TV, on Twitter at Halftime_TV, or on Facebook at Halftime TV.